Iron Maiden and NICKO McBRAIN intrigue. Amon Amarth are sailing again, and Judas Priest showcase why they are still the metal gods. Metal is life and well, so let's see what keeps it going today. Here you go. Amon Amarth are sailing again. Amon Amarth are back with vengeance and their new single, and We Roll the Waves is exactly what every Viking metal fan signed up for. Their new single storms in with a wall of galloping riffs, war horns blazing, and a chorus that feels like it was forged in Odin's meat hole. So basically it is a classic Amon Amarth through and through, and is exactly what Amon Amarth fans could expect from the band, which in no way is a bad thing. The video for We Roll the Waves was shot in Riga, Latvia, and the song itself was produced by the Grammy-nominated producer and mix engineer Jakob Hansen, who previously worked with Volbeat, Arch Enemy, The Black Dahlia Murder, and Katatonia. And even though as of right now we still don't know for sure whether this single is the first one from the upcoming new album by Amon Amarth, given the fact that last year Johan said that they were already working on the new studio record, it is most likely so. And that means that we'll get an announcement of a new album by the Vikings sometime after they end the tour together with Pantera. So guys, super quick, I just simply have to point it out that only around 30% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to this channel. So if you're not one of those, and especially if this is not the first video you're watching here, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing right now. Let's continue building this amazing heavy metal community together. Iron Maiden intrigue. Iron Maiden's 50th anniversary celebration is far from over, and if Bruce Dickinson's words aren't anything to go by, the things are just starting to heat up.
A lot more stuff ahead of us I can't talk about.
During a backstage chat on Maiden's official YouTube channel after their July 5th show in Madrid, Bruce said something that lit up fan speculation, saying that they are just getting started, with a lot of great shows ahead of them and a lot of more stuff ahead for all of Iron Maiden fans, of which he simply cannot speak of at the moment, because if he would, they would kill him. So basically gave a speech in a very classic Bruce Dickinson manner, which is simply awesome and is exactly what we all wanted to hear. As for all of us diehard fans, it means just one thing: Maiden has got many more serious plans brewing up for the 50th milestone. And if their record-smashing London Stadium show has showed fans anything, is that today, at the 50th year of their existence, Maiden are still firing at all cylinders. So yes, we all of course do hope that in addition to the Infinite Dreams book, the official documentary which is coming up in about a month, and of course the continuation of their Run for Your Lives tour, which I don't think that anyone has any doubts of, Iron Maiden still has more surprises up their sleeve. And I don't know about you, but I personally hope for the one surprise. That one being new music from the legendary band. As although we all of course still view Senjutsu as their brand new record, which was just released a couple of months ago, in reality it dropped 4 years ago. And I don't know about you, but I'm definitely ready for one of the greatest bands to ever walk this earth. And here, a huge shout out and thank you to all my patrons and all of the YouTube channel members, as it is thanks to you and everyone who purchases Metal Pilgrim merch that this show is even able to exist. And by the way guys, a special video on NICKO McBRAIN and Iron Maiden, and possibly 2026, of which we'll briefly talk in the next segment, is actually already available for all of the patrons and all of the YouTube channel members. So if you're in one of those, or if you would like to share a price of a cup of coffee and support this channel by this, definitely do not miss it. Oh, and by the way, in case you are doing this, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. NICKO McBRAIN returns. But interestingly enough, the biggest news in the world of Iron Maiden actually did not come from Iron Maiden themselves, but rather from across the ocean, where the legendary NICKO McBRAIN returned on stage with the first live concert after his retirement from live touring with Iron Maiden. And here right away I just want to point out that it was extremely emotional to see NICKO behind the kit. I can't even imagine how emotional it was for the fans on that concert, but even for me, just watching the clips from it online, honestly, it was very hard to hold the tears. Because yes, on one hand, it is not the same NICKO that we knew back in the 1980s. And yes, maybe some fills weren't done exactly the same way as it was done back in the 1980s on the studio recordings. But at the same time, the emotions and the groove of that drummer is simply mind-blowing, even today. And every time you see NICKO smiling to the camera, well, you want to either cry or smile yourself. And which one will come next, you never know. Overall, NICKO's second project, Titanium Tart, with whom he is playing Iron Maiden tunes, and by the way, in case you didn't know, he's been doing that for a while now, performed 11 songs during that concert, including the legendary Number of the Beast, The Clansman, Infinite Dreams, Hallowed Be Thy Name, and Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, one of the hardest songs for a drummer in Iron Maiden's entire catalog, and definitely the hardest one out of the ones Iron Maiden performed on this tour. As if NICKO did that on purpose, just to prove himself once again that he still got it. But the most interesting thing is that with this setlist and with the couple of interviews that he did prior to that performance, NICKO on one hand broke a couple of very strict Iron Maiden rules, and at the same time might have told us a little bit about the future of NICKO McBRAIN and Iron Maiden, of which I promise we will talk in the next video on this channel in our Up the Irons series. But for now, I just want to say that it is so freaking amazing to see the legendary drummer behind the kit once again. And seeing him having so much fun at that concert just made me realize that, yeah, on one hand, Simon Dawson is an incredible drummer, and I think he actually is doing the best job he possibly could do together with Iron Maiden on this tour. But on the other one, well, let's be honest here. For all of us die-hard Iron Maiden fans, no one can ever replace the legendary NICKO McBRAIN. And I would absolutely love to see NICKO McBRAIN behind the kit together with Iron Maiden at least one more time, which, according to him, might actually happen sometime next year. And if so, which will definitely be the best gift Iron Maiden fans could get for the band's 50th anniversary. Manowar's new battle. Alright, Manowar fans, prepare for a new metal battle, as Joey DeMaia has confirmed that the Kings of Metal are working on a new full-length album, and it's shaping up to be heavy and brutal, and will definitely meet all of the expectations of a die-hard metal brotherhood. In a recent interview with Metal Talk, DeMaia revealed that while the focus this year has been on preparing for and executing their The Blood of Our Enemies tour, the band has been, not so secretly, crafting new material that will hit all the right chords for die-hard fans. And according to Joey, once they unleash it, that's when you'll be reminded that all good things are worth waiting for. And we truly hope that this is going to be true, as this upcoming album will mark the first Manowar full-length to feature shred legend Michael Angelo Batio on guitar, who joined the band after Avendro Martel stepped back from touring for personal reasons, and will become the first new Manowar studio album in, at the very least, 13 years. Their previous full-length studio record, The Lord of Steel, was released all the way back in 2012. So yes, Joey, this new album, despite all the EPs, is long overdue. And it better be as good as you hype it up to be.
We are the hammer of the gods. We are.
And now the time has come for your favorite part of the video. So let's take a look at 5 latest metal releases from this week, which although did not get their own segments in this video, are definitely worthy of your attention. Swiss heavy metal act Burning Witches have unveiled their second single from the forthcoming album Inquisition, out August 22nd via Napalm Records. The band describes it as a catchy mid-tempo track that combines classic heavy metal riffs and hard rock grooves. With memorable choruses and melodic 80s style guitar solo, it's tailored to energize live audiences. And on it, as always, fans can expect themes of medieval persecution and resistance, this time delivered through tight production by Damir Eskic and V.O. Pulver. Swedish metal avant-garde outfit Avatar returned with In the Airwaves, the fastest song they've released in recent memory. Directed by Johan Karlen, the accompanying video emphasizes raw speed and intensity. The band revealed the track pushed them to recapture one of the most important aspects of metal: speed, reigniting their signature frantic energy while pushing creative boundaries. Swedish death metal kings Unleashed have dropped their third single from their upcoming 15th studio album Fire Upon Your Lands, out August 15th via Napalm Records. The lyric video accompanies a thunderous track dedicated to fallen warriors, envisioned as Valkyries selecting souls en route to Valhalla. Drawing on Norse mythology, it continues their epic Odelheim saga with relentless riffs and guttural growls. Black Veil Brides return with Hallelujah, their first new single of 2025 and lead track from an upcoming album on Spine Farm. Produced by Andy Biersack and Jake Pitts and featuring the one-voice ensemble choir, the animated video, directed by Marco Pavone, sets a tone for a heavier, more sincere direction. Andy describes the song as a manifestation of their evolving lyrical focus, emphasizing authenticity over ideology. New York hardcore legends Biohazard have returned with F the System, a raw war cry from their upcoming album Divided We Fall, released on October 17th via BLK. Reuniting their classic lineup and produced by Matt Hyde, the single condemns systematic division fueled by politics, class, and race. Their performance-style video captures gritty energy as they gear up for a full North American tour with Onyx, Bayway, and Swollen Teeth. Just a quick reminder that our Metal 365 playlist, which was broadened to 100 tracks as of right now and which features only the freshest and the newest and the best metal from all over the world, is being updated every week. So if you haven't listened to it for a while, or if you still haven't added it to your Spotify or YouTube music libraries, definitely do that after this video. All the links to it will be in the description to this one. Jane's Addiction's End. If you followed our Metal Digest last year, you might remember the huge scandal Jane's Addictions got right on stage while performing in Boston, which at first resulted in the cancellation of the entire North American tour and basically the end of Jane's Addiction. But it looks like the story is far from being over, as this week Dave Navarro, Eric Avery, and Stephen Perkins have officially filed a $10 million lawsuit against Perry Farrell, claiming that his onstage outburst last September didn't just end the show, but derailed the band's entire North American tour and their brand new album, which the band was supposed to release after their loud reunion with their classic lineup. Just a reminder, after this incident, Farrell actually went online and apologized to all his fans and his band members for inexcusable behavior. But it looks like it was definitely not enough for the rest of the guys in the band, as according to their attorney, Farrell unilaterally ended all the plans for Jane's Addiction's revival and left the bandmates holding the bag for an unfiltered tour and a record deal, resulting with quite a lot of financial damage to all of the three guys. So yeah, with the lawsuit now in full swing, it looks like Jane's Addiction is actually done. For good. At least in their classic lineup. Down is up. It is happening? Down are finally back in the studio working on their first full-length album in over a decade. Guitarists Pepper Keenan and Kirk Weinstein entered OCD recording in Metairie, Louisiana to start tracking guitars, with a brand new record expected in 2026 via Nuclear Blast Records, of which the musicians informed us in a teaser video straight from the studio. The lineup of this iteration of Down will be as classic as possible, with Phil Anselmo on vocals, Keenan and Weinstein on guitars, Jimmy Bauer on drums, and Pat Bruders on bass, with Weinstein promising a return to the early days of old school Down, and Keen saying that the vibe of writing this album is as organic as it possibly could be. Which is pretty cool, given this will be the first Down album all the way since 2012. So yes, we do hope that this comeback will do much better than the one we discussed in the previous segment. Stranger Things and Deep Purple. Well, if Stranger Things is about to end, at least it does so with a really good soundtrack.
Music! We need music! This is music!
As a newly retooled version of Deep Purple's classic Child in Time is featured in one of the most anticipated trailers of this year for the upcoming 5th and final season of Netflix hit, in which the legendary track from 1970s Deep Purple in rock is helping to set the tone for the ultimate battle in Hawkins. And here's the thing, I have to be honest with you, I kind of forgot about Stranger Things altogether. That long of a break it was between the 4th and the 5th seasons. But this trailer, and especially its soundtrack, actually made me quite excited about the upcoming season. And especially given the iconic scene from previous season's rendition of Master of Puppets, which did not only dominate season 4, but also introduced Metallica and metal overall to tenths or maybe hundreds of thousands of young people around the world. I am actually truly hoping that the same thing will happen to Deep Purple as well. As here's the thing, it was actually one of the first rock bands which I got introduced to by my late father. So yeah, I truly hope that more and more people, and especially in the mainstream, will find out about them. And secondly, well, I actually also hope that after hopefully a success of this soundtrack, Deep Purple themselves will remember about their iconic Child in Time. As here's the thing, the last live rendition of this masterpiece happened all the way back in 2002. And although I know that Ian Gillan has been pretty clear that he won't be screaming his lungs out to it again, well, I still hope that after this season, Deep Purple will find a way to perform this song one last time. Rob Halford on a shelf.
Between the hammer and the anvil!
Judas Priest fans, prepare to make some room on your shelves, because the metal god himself is being immortalized in plastic, and by nobody else but by McBRAIN Toys, who just announced a new 6-inch Music Maniacs action figure of Rob Halford, which I do understand that isn't really the most important news in the world of metal this week, but the truth is that the only thing I can actually think of is that I freaking need it! And in addition to that, if you're not new to the channel, you know that this week Judas Priest also shared the first official professional footage of their live show with the Shield of Pain tour. And it is simply mind-blowing. No, seriously, I have no idea how the flip the band can do something like this at the 56th year of their existence, and their vocalist can do this while being 73. And yeah, I actually released a special video on this show a couple of days ago, so go ahead and watch it after watching this Metal Digest. But for now, I actually wanted to point out one more thing about Judas Priest, which is actually the most important of all. It is just a reminder that it is the last week for all of you guys to get something very special. This alternative cover Judas Priest Invincible Shield vinyl record signed by all of the Judas Priest members, including Andy Sneap, who, as you all know, doesn't really sign that many memorabilia things. And you can actually do that by doing something very meaningful and saving someone's life right here on the ground in Ukraine. So yeah, guys, go ahead and read the information about it in the description to this video and help us do something really cool and show that the heavy metal community is one of the most loving and caring communities out there. And yes, I will announce the winner in the next Metal Digest. But anyways, what new music did you listen to this week? Please let us know in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please don't forget to like it, comment under it, spread the word about the channel, and of course, join our communities on Discord, X, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, where else? Pretty much anywhere you can post content. But for now, thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will prevail. Slava Ukraini!